Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate world. Today we're diving into a filing that might leave you feeling like you've been through a reverse stock split yourself. We'll break down why Amaze Holdings is doing this and what it means for investors. Amaze Holdings, formerly known as Fresh Fine Wine, is making a big move that could change the price of their stock and how it all works. They're planning a reverse stock split. Before we get into the details, if you like this sort of thing, remember to like and subscribe. Also come join the Discord server. The link is in the description. Let's jump into it. This filing is called an 8K, which companies use to announce major events. The most important thing in this report is a plan to do what's called a reverse stock split. That's where they take a bunch of existing shares and turn them into fewer shares. Here's the deal. On June 2025, the company's leaders decided they want to do a 1-for-23 reverse stock split. This means that for every 23 shares you own, they'll become just one share. But this plan needs the okay from the people who own the company, called stockholders. They'll vote on it around the middle of June. If the stockholders say yes at the meeting around the middle of June, Amaze Holdings will file some paperwork to make the reverse stock split happen. Then, around the middle of June, the stock is expected to start trading with the new adjusted price. Even though the number of shares is changing, the company will still be listed on the NYSE American under the stock ticker symbol NG. But there will be a new identification number for the shares. So why do this? The main reason is to boost the stock price. The NYSE American has a rule that a company's stock needs to trade above a certain amount, which is $3 per share. If the stock price is too low, the company could get kicked off the exchange. The reverse stock split is a way to try and avoid that. Now, what happens if you end up with a fraction of a share after the split? They're not going to give you part of a share. Instead, they'll round it up to the next whole share. And don't worry, the value of each share stays the same even after the split. It's just that there are fewer shares out there. Also, the number of shares you can get from stock options and warrants will be reduced to match the new number of shares after the split. The same goes for the company's plans to give out stock to employees and other people, and the rate at which certain preferred stocks can be changed into common stock will also be adjusted. The reverse stock split shouldn't change how much of the company you own, except for small changes that might happen when they deal with those fractional shares. Now for my take on all this. This reverse stock split is clearly a move to keep Amaze Holdings listed on the NYSE American. Falling below the minimum bid price can be a death sentence for a company's stock, so they're trying to avoid that. However, reverse splits can sometimes signal deeper problems. It could mean the company hasn't been performing well enough to naturally keep its stock price up. The success of this move depends heavily on what Amaze Holdings does after the split. If they can improve their business and start showing growth, the higher stock price could attract new investors, but if they can't turn things around, the stock price could fall again, and they might find themselves in the same situation later on. One of the biggest risks here is that investors might see the reverse split as a sign of trouble. This could lead to more selling pressure, which would push the stock price down even further. On the other hand, if the company uses this as an opportunity to restructure and focus on growth, it could be a positive turning point. In conclusion, the reverse stock split is a tool, but it's not a magic bullet. It's up to Amaze Holdings to make the most of it by improving their business and showing investors that they're on the right track. Alright, that's our breakdown of Amaze Holdings' reverse stock split plan. What's your take on this move and what it might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was helpful, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.